Today is very, very special day, very important day. That we call the first Buddha's kind of wheel of Dharma training day, Tibetan what we call Chökhor Düchen. So this is not only, I think, for the wheel of training day, but actually in Buddhism, as we know, the three jewel is very important, right? We thought taking refuge and there is no impossible to become enlightenment. And if we talk about the practice of the Dharma, I always saying that two different, practicing Dharma, spreading Dharma, and really the practicing Dharma, then there's no way practice Dharma without three jewels. No matter whatever we practicing, that is included of the three jewels. There's no exceptional or no practice without three jewels. Any kind of practice, whenever, wherever, whoever practicing Dharma, there is the three jewels are there. So why today is important day is that I think three jewel, actually this is like birthday of the three jewel, you could say, birthday of the three jewels. So when Buddha became, he kind of, how should say that, he displayed as I am Buddha. At that time, there was not three jewels, because there was no Sangha jewels, there was no Dharma jewels. But after 7 days or 7 weeks, when he became the really taught the Dharma teachings, and two, that 5 disciples from human beings, and also we talk about 80 84, I think, that God beings, which is maybe not invisible, or not, which is human beings invisible, I think, but the way there are also a lot of different gods and goddesses and etc., as well as also many other renowned beings there. And that time, when Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths, and at the same time that 5 human beings, as well as all these gods and goddesses, became, realized the true nature of the phenomena. So when they became realized the that true nature of phenomena, at that time, and they are become noble sanghas. They are become noble sanghas. So sangha jewels are there, as well as also because of the sangha jewels, and then the Dharma jewel was there. We thought these 5 human beings, as well as these all gods and goddesses, I think there is no dharmas. Dharma really means that someone could transform their mind into wisdom through something, and that we call Dharma. So Dharma can be sound, Dharma can be actions, Dharma can be anything. So in our lineages, we talk about sign lineages. So sign lineages, they do not have any sounds. Otherwise, we don't call, that the sign lineages. Sign lineage means they just show some signs. And through that, and many Vidadaras can realized. So therefore, in that time, I think that sign is actually Dharma. And also, we talk about mind transmissions. So that's very high, or authentic students. And then Buddha do not necessarily say something and do not necessarily show something. And just only Buddha's, way of the resting. Or maybe you could say Gombate. In Tibet, what Gombate means, their kind of intention or aspiration in their mind. And immediately some of the sanghas, they become realized. So we call that mind transmissions. But then we talk about hearing transmissions. That means we need sound. That means, sound is become Dharma. Scriptures can become Dharma. So however, today, the first will of the Dharma training of the will of Dharma, training of the will of Dharma day means actually the first, kind of appears the three jewels in this world for Zambidevas, for human realms, for God realms. So, and because of that, I think we have today the enlightenment path. We have realizations or realization beings. We have enlightenment activities. We have enlightenment beings. We are still hoping ourselves become enlightenment. We have such kind of ability to study something, hearing something. All is that it comes from actually this day in 2020, 2000, I think about 500, you could say, years. I think that Theravadas, they are counting 2568 years, this year, like Buddha, how you could say, paranirvana. So in that case, like Buddha was alive, or Buddha's year was 80 years, he shows us his life. So therefore, I think something about 2500, something, it is exist, how you say, that's the will of, 10 will of Dharma, 10 will of Dharma. So today is a very special day, okay? And in this occasion, I was taught to this year, I want to teach this recollection of the three jewels. Sutra. So today's the teaching is not Indian masters written something, not Tibetan masters written something. This is like more the directly Buddha's word. They call recollection, Sutra of recollection of the three jewels. And then Sutra of that recollection of three jewels, there's few commentaries. Then this commentary written by Jamgön Rinpoche. So Jamgön Rinpoche is a manifestation as a, Manjushri itself, or Manjushri manifested as a Jamgön Rinpoche, one of the great scholar of Nyingmapa, one of the great Tetten of Nyingmapa. He is one of the really great meditator, Vidadara, practitioner, whatsoever. You could say, in person, we see as person, but the mind is enlightenment beings. And he wrote this commentary on Okay. Commentary on the Recollection of the Three Sutras, or Three Jewels, Sutta of the Three Jewels. The root text of the Recollection is which we always reciting, or at least full moon, there's few pages in the beginning. This is like from Sutra. So I think many of our Danakosha Sangha will reciting this all every full moons, but maybe people don't know what the really meanings. So this text is only few pages. Okay, the Sutra of Recollection of the Sutra of Three Jewels.